Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christy with Ahn Co. It's Friday, May 10th. I'm going to go over the markets for the day and week with you. So a lot of bearish information came our way today. Tariffs got put on at 12:01 a.m. this morning. China did decide to still meet with the U.S. even though those tariffs got increased from 10 to 25%. And after the meeting was done, they did not extend the meeting. They didn't talk any longer than scheduled and left. From the top trade official from China said that things went fairly well. One of the top trade U.S. Secretary Treasury came out and said that the meeting was constructive, and that's really all that we've heard out of it. Not a lot of information was out of it, which seems a little bit on the negative side. It did sound like a newspaper in China said that the U.S. and China is up for additional talks in Beijing at a later date. And then also there are some rumors floating around that President Trump said China has 3 to 4 weeks to come to the table and sign a trade deal. Otherwise, 25% tariff will go on the remaining $325 billion worth of goods. So you have a lot of dynamics here. Pair that in with a crop report out today that was extremely bearish across the board. We got a new crop number in corn market that was really ugly, over 2.4 billion bushel carryout. That is off an acre number that a lot of people just disagree with at this point because of flooding and late planting, and a trend line yield that's at 176, which is not that far off from where we were last year. So we'd really need an ideal summer with the late start to be able to materialize that yield and see that. So overall, just across the board, a lot of low numbers, or numbers that were a lot more bearish than expected came in here with a soybean carryout that was a lot higher than expected as well. Actually, USDA came in with average farm prices for next year at $330 corn, $810 for beans. So those are some really ugly numbers as well. And the corn market tanked after that report, but fought its way back, only closing a penny and a half lower. That's about 6 cents off the low. Did make new low contracts for that July corn contract. Overall in the week, corn market down 20 and a half cents. A lot of pressure into the corn market as the extended forecast looks to dry down some and allow some of those guys that have been stuck to be able to get in the fields. And it's just a question of, do we see a weather pattern coming in the 6 to 10 day forecast on Sunday evening that kind of puts some more moisture in to delay those. Soybean market down 3.5 cents today, down 32.5 cents on the week. So obviously those two markets really hit hard this week with weather trends and then the trade tariff talks. Chicago wheat down 4 3/4 today, down 9 cents on the week. Minneapolis wheat was the only one that was really able to post a positive trend, down 1/4 cent today, but up 9 1/4 here on the week. And then Kansas City wheat down 10 3/4 today, really got hit hard there, down 13 3/4 on the week. When you go over the meat markets, you had mixed trade there, but you had some really good strength into the cattle markets today. Feeder cattle up over $2, lean hogs or live cattle up over $1.30, but on the week, really not a whole lot of movement. So this kind of saved face here for the week. So feeder cattle up just over 42 cents on the week, and then live cattle still down slightly on the week. And then when you go over to lean hogs, mixed trade today with finding some steady to slight support in those front contracts, deferred contracts, a little bit on the negative side. Overall, down $1.60 on the week. Hogs are going to be really sensitive to any sort of U.S.-China trade talk. Cattle markets and hog markets got a little support from picked up export sales yesterday, but nonetheless, we need to see that moving forward and pick them up just a little bit more. We're really going to be watching this Sunday night weather model to see what we have, and it's going to be a dynamic week once again ahead of us. I do have to close with a disclaimer. Trading in futures and options involves risk loss and is not suitable for all producers. This is a solicitation. Have a great weekend.